you guys, how are you? Welcome back to my channel. If you guys are new, don't forget to hit the subscribe button that is down below, and then click that little bell so you'll be notified every time I post a new video. So I am back with an update video. If you guys seen my IUD journey experience, that video was sometime last year. I will link it in the card section just so you guys can watch it if you guys have not, or watch it again for a little refresher. So this video is going to be another IUD update. I want to talk to you guys about what happened with my IUD. Yes, do I have it? Do I not have it? And do I recommend it? Because honestly, I don't. Okay, so let's talk. All right, guys. So last year, no, it wasn't last year because your girl was knee deep, neck deep, working and twerking in COVID. So it wasn't last year. Year before last, I filmed my IUD journey. And if you guys watched that video, I was talking about my Paragard, so my copper IUD. So I have had it for over 2.5, going on 3 years. I had it placed when I was in the Air Force by my provider. I was going through a process where I was trying to eliminate a lot of excessive hormones. I was coming off of taking oral contraceptives. I was like, let me get an IUD. Let's do this whole thing. And y'all, even when I was talking to you guys about my journey and I shared like that whole insertion process and everything that I went through in that video, that was a whole experience. Like, the insertion process was horrible. I thought I was gonna pass out. I felt lightheaded, and then my periods were never regular. She was like, give it some time, your body has to acclimate. And now fast forward almost 3 years, and I'm like, it don't take that long. Like, it does not take that long, okay? So fast forward almost 3 years now, and I have hated my IUD this whole time. So ladies, my menstrual cycle was all over the place. 1 month I would have a cycle, the next month I wouldn't. 1 month I would have it, it would be like 4 or 5 days. The next month, if I had a cycle, it would last almost 2 weeks. I'm like, this doesn't make any sense. This is horrible. I would start having like just sharp, random like pain out of nowhere. I would have like what I would call pseudo cramps, which would just be random cramping, and I would think my cycle was going to start, and it never did. So I kept saying, I want this out. I want this Paragard out. I want this IUD out forever. And I could never get it removed. Even during the whole pandemic, even when you could stop actually like going into a provider because you'd have to wait in the car and all this kind of stuff, I was like, okay, my whole self-care just took a back burner. I'm sure you guys know. I'm sure it was like that for everyone. So here we are, enter 2021, and I'm like, okay, let me kind of start this movement of IUD removal again. Let me start doing this. I was calling providers because I had to change to a new primary care provider and I hadn't been able to see her yet. I would just call random OBGYNs and I was like, hey, do you guys do IUD removals? I'd like to make an appointment. Y'all, it was either, no, we don't do it, or yes, we do, but you need a referral from an outside provider, or yes, we do it, but you can't pay cash for it. I'm like, yo, I would pay cash. Like, if you tell me that you do it, but you don't accept my insurance because it's Humana TRICARE, I just want it out. Like, I can pay cash for it. What's it cost? Probably like maybe $200 at the most to take it out. It's probably gonna take like 15 minutes. Literally the hardest thing to get removed. Okay, so fast forward, keep going, and here we are. And I have finally been able to get it removed. But this is what happened. I just couldn't take it anymore. I could not take it anymore. So I set up an appointment at a primary/urgent care. And I told the doctor, I was like, this is what's happening. This is how long I've had this IUD. I don't want it. Please, can we take it out? So we get set up. She's looking down there, looking in the lady area, and she doesn't see the strings. I'm like, yes, that's also been a problem, which if you guys watch my last video, linked in the card section, the strings were never able to be felt. I had to have a transabdominal ultrasound just to check placement, like this is the issue. So she still wants to try to look. She still wants to see if she can get it. So she's unsuccessful. So she does refer me to an OBGYN. So I wait a couple days. OBGYN sets me up for an appointment. I'm hyped. I'm like, yes, this is finally happening. Let's do it. OBGYN calls me. The provider has to cancel because he's in surgery. Okay, I got it short. But I'm just like, oh God, please, like, please, I gotta get this out. Like, I gotta get this out. So I rescheduled the appointment. Okay, so new appointment comes. This is the day of the appointment. And I'm telling them, you know, this is what I'm here for, yada, yada, yada. The provider comes in, we're talking. He's like, all right, yeah, I'm gonna try, I'm gonna look. And he is successful, y'all. He is successful without the need of an ultrasound. This is one of those like old school, older OBGYN docs. You can tell he's been around the block for a while. He knows what he's doing. But the amount of pain and the amount of pressure that I was going through having this Paragard removed was because it was partially implanted in my cervix. That's right. So he finally gets it out. He's like, yeah, he was like, it was up there. He was like, couldn't see the strings, so he had to use like a couple extra instruments. And then by the time he finally got it out, he had to do like an extra tug. I was in so much pain. It's like, yeah, it was probably coming from the fact that it was already partially implanted. Y'all, 10 out of 10, do not recommend. He was like, I don't even recommend the copper Paragards. He was like, they're larger. I do not recommend them anymore. They do not have any hormones in them. So they're literally, it's just literally sitting in there. Like nothing is keeping it from getting fully implanted, causing you all this pain. There's no hormones involved, like nothing. He's like, I do not recommend these to patients ever at all. He's like, I don't even insert these. So it's finally been removed. And I just felt so much relief. Like, I don't know if you guys watching this, like if you have one, whether it's the Mirena or the Paragard or whatever it is, but I honestly feel like after it was removed, I know this sounds silly, but it's like a weight that was taken out of my body. Like, it's almost like, wait a minute, something like feels different. Like it feels different. And it was even like when I went to the restroom the first time after it was taken out, like that first flow of urine, we're gonna keep this PG-13, it was like, it was free. It was free. And I know, if you know anatomy, because y'all know I do as a nurse, I know it's different components of the body, but psychologically it was like free. Like everything felt light and different. I literally think the IUD was like a weight inside my cervix. Like, yo, I'm telling you. So 10 out of 10, I do not recommend. So what am I gonna do now? Now I am just going to let my body be free, let my body be natural, and then we will see kind of what I want to do later on down the road. I know there's so many different forms of oral contraceptives, and that's not what this video is. I'm not teaching to you, I'm not preaching to you, I'm not doing any of that. I just know that if it has to be implanted, honestly, you guys, I don't recommend it. I don't. That's just me personally. Whether it's the Nexplanon that goes in your arm, whether it's the Mirena, the copper IUD, at this point, the risk of pain, injury, implantation, all of that is just so high. Yes, you have to assess your own body, you have to assess your own needs, you have to assess what you're looking for, whether you want to start a family, whether you're putting that on hold. I just don't recommend it. I honestly do not. And so that's where I'm at now. Like, now that I'm over with it and it's done, I did not see any benefit in it at all. Zero benefit. Cons are through the roof. too much pain, too much anguish, spent way too much money on menstrual products down through these last almost 3 years because I felt like my cycle was nonstop, and I do not recommend it. And I'm so thankful that it's over with. So yeah, if you guys have not seen the first part of the story that led up to why I had it inserted and what I even went through in the insertion process, like I said, it's linked in the card section so you guys can check it out. But yes, I wanted to update you ladies and let you guys know that I am done with Paragard. It is over with. And yeah, I just like to share and see what other ladies out there are going through. And this is, yeah, an open channel. So let me know your thoughts and comments down below. And I hope you guys have enjoyed this video. And as always, I will see you guys in my next one. Bye guys.